It's super early in the morning. I'm already booking my free tram ticket. It's also super cold outside. Today is the first day that actually feels like winter. I will definitely need the scarf. This right here might be a bit exaggerated, but I hate it when my ears freeze. I forgot the headphones. Now I'm all ready. Phone is also done watching the advertisement for the free tram ticket. Got my laptop, time to head to work. I'm just loving this setup. I still have warm ears and I can't hear anything around me except for the music. So the release of my Shadows track is exactly in 4 days on Friday. So today will be mostly a business day, starting to coordinate the promotion for the track and everything that has to do with it. Also catching up with all of the emails from the weekend. I'm now all done. This was quite time intensive. Half of the day is already gone. I didn't want to show you that because I already made videos about it, how to promote on YouTube, SoundCloud, how to get onto Spotify and all these kind of things. I will link them up at the end of this video. In the past days I didn't really have the time to read all of your comments and answer them, so I was thinking about picking some of the questions where the answers might be interesting for all of you and do the next little Q&A. These are really quite a lot of comments and questions. Wow. Okay, I got the first one right here. It's from Gap. He's asking me how I got my record labels. I'd say in 95% of the time I've just sent an email with my demos in it. 5% is connecting to the right people, and the more you release, the easier this will get. But sending out demos is probably still your best option. Next one, also by Gap, is what's the genre that will be impossible for you to produce? I'd say the most difficult would be probably dubstep. That sounds like Skrillex because it's very sample based, has a lot of small synthy sounds, and is a lot of call and response kind of type of music, which I don't really always have the patience for. Kalides is asking me if I speak German. Yes, I do, of course. I'm living in Germany. I was born in Germany. I speak also Hebrew and English, of course, although English is probably the worst out of these three. I also learned Spanish and French, but I can't really say that I can speak these languages. I had them 3 and 6 years in school. I didn't really show up a whole lot, so let's not count Spanish and French. Diego is asking me to produce a track without actually hearing it. I'm thinking about this already for quite some time, since I've watched the DJ movie It's All Gone, Pete Thong, where at the end the guy... Okay, I don't want to spoil it, but since I've watched this movie I wanted to do something like that. I never really had the time. So maybe the next time I absolutely don't know what to do for the vlog, I will do this challenge producing a track without actually hearing it. This will probably just sound like shit, but could be a lot of fun. The next one is by Eric. He is asking me how to sell finished tracks and kind of become a ghost producer. I honestly can't tell you. I don't know. I never wanted to be a ghost producer. I just released my own tracks and then people approached me. I think the biggest factor was that I was living in Berlin during that time, where it is really easy to connect to the right people. There is no real public available market space for ghost productions. It's like selling drugs. Nobody talks about it. You will never find somebody that admits that he's doing it. So you really have to live in a place where you get to know a lot of DJs. Antoine asked me why I chose the Yamaha HS8. Actually, the ones that I'm using are the HS80M. These are older versions. They're almost the same. I bought them because they were the ones that I could afford at the time, and I read a lot of good reviews about them. I ordered them and tested them in my room. Sounded okay, so I kept them. Star NXT is asking me if I'm editing all of the videos by myself. Yes, of course. There would be no way to send 20 to 40 gigabytes that I'm recording every day to someone else. I also don't have the money to pay someone else to edit it. And I also think a vlog is something personal and should be edited by the one that is making it. Next one is by Andrew. He's asking me a lot about vocalists and vocals, how I'm doing it, and if the singer and songwriter is always writing the lyrics, and if I have a business contract with them. So business contract, yes, definitely you will need it before releasing it. You can't release it with a label without having the permission by the singer and songwriter. Just Google for release of artist rights or featuring artist deal. You will find some templates that you can use. With the lyrics, usually the singer and songwriter is writing them. My English isn't the best and I'm not really good in writing lyrics. It might happen that I give the singer and songwriter a certain direction. Also, the second I get a first draft, I discuss with them and try to improve the lyrics, but I'd say 90% is usually the singer and songwriter's work in my case. That's just because I'm really bad in it. If you're good in writing lyrics, you can of course just write it together with them. All of the other questions he had are already answered in other videos of mine where I was talking about how to get vocals, how to approach singer and songwriter and all this kind of stuff. Pitch House is asking where my DJ friends got the desk that I showed you last week. That's super nice. I think it's custom made by a company in Berlin. I don't really know exactly what it's called, but it's a custom deck. You won't be able to buy it, and I know it was super expensive, so might be worth it to just try and do it yourself if you're good with DIY stuff. Dumisa is asking me what I think about the new Isotope Neutron plugin. Haven't used it yet, didn't have the time to check it out. I will in the next couple of days and maybe even make an entire video about it. Black Star is suggesting me to use a Rode mic, a directional one for my videos, and I'd love to do that, but the camera that I'm using right now doesn't have a mic input, so I have to use the internal mics which just pick up everything that is around them. I would have to buy a new camera, which is just way too expensive for me at the moment. Then get the new microphone. I would also have to replace all of the batteries that I already have for this camera. I'd love to upgrade the vlog, but as I said in my very first daily, I don't want these videos to get in the way of me making music. And if I'm spending too much money on video equipment, it definitely gets in my way. Because I could use the money to buy new plugins, new equipment, or just invest it into my music. I'd really love to upgrade the vlog, especially the sound quality, because that's something that is bothering me. I was also thinking about screen capturing whenever I do something within Logic, but it's unfortunately not possible with the screen size that I'm using. Also capturing the internal sound of the computer, not possible. I would have to use a plugin that I installed a couple of years ago and it messed up all of my plugins on my computer. So buying a camera with an audio input would solve it. I could just connect the sound card into the camera directly. Maybe putting ads in front of the videos could make at least a little bit of money to get better equipment for the vlog. I will have to think about it. Lewis is asking me about the difference between an edit and a remix. I'd say an edit is usually when you take a complete track and just add things to it, or maybe chop it and rearrange it a bit. A remix is where you get all of the stems and you have way more freedom, and it's more about creating a new track using the existing material and making something in your own style. He's also frustrated about his remix versions being blocked on SoundCloud. Yeah, that's just the way it is. You actually don't have the right to post them, so they get blocked. You would have to ask the people that are holding the rights to the track that you're remixing or making an edit from if you're allowed to post them on SoundCloud. Anderson is recommending me to get another lens for my camera. I'd love to get another lens for this one that is a lot wider. This would give me the possibility to show you more of the stuff that is around me. but the lens would cost 600, 700 euros. That's a bit more than the entire camera is costing, so this is not happening in the near future. Okay, that's it with the Q&A. I answered all of the other questions on YouTube directly. If you want to know anything, just let me know. If you have any suggestions for future vlog ideas, also let me know. I'm now going back to working on a new track. I also wanted to show you a new plugin that I got that is quite handy, but I think with answering all of these questions, this video might get way too long, so I will do that tomorrow. So happy I did the Q&A today. I've been extremely busy today. There is so much stuff going on, a lot of good things that I can't share with you at the moment. I will of course let you know as soon as I can. Alles klar. Bis gleich. Ciao. It's so late, Vanessa already called and asked me where I am. So time to head back home. I'm sure it's now even way colder outside, but I'm very well equipped. Now that it's kind of for free taking the tram, I don't really mind anymore waiting for it.